Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for tuning in. I, of course, am Rotype. Welcome back to Factorio. One small step where for you it's been 2 days. For me, it has been, almost 2 weeks. I went on vacation and had a bunch of episodes pre recorded for you all so you wouldn't miss anything. And of course, that means for me it's been quite a while. So I'm going to need to go over a couple things here just for a few minutes and we'll get back into it. I think what it looks like we were up to for the most part is trying to get the train network at least sort of started. Because if I remember correctly, let's look at the map here. Yeah, we are pretty much already all tapped out on iron. And that would suggest we need to pretty much get a new iron patch mined. Looks like down here might be a good option to avoid dealing with the biters. There's a good amount of oil there. That's good to see. And yeah, so the next closest would be up here where we've got all these biters that I got to deal with them at some point, but I'd rather not deal with them now. So looks like we had some rail, although the rail is being limited by stone. So let's see what's going on with the stone. Hopefully, yeah, so it looks like maybe connected. Why isn't anything coming? I apologize if this was just done, if you're watching this in the playlist or something, but, you know, these things happen. Looks like a tree might have gotten in the way or something. There we go. So that will take care of getting the stone up. Looks like we are actually producing a decent amount of iron, although we're probably not consuming it. That's really what's going on here. Yeah, everything's all backed up. So let's see, that will kickstart our rail. What else do I need to do here? So let's see. We're getting rail produced. These we can, at least for the beginning, we can just kind of produce them on hand as we need them. The hardest thing is actually going to be the engine units. So I think, yeah, I always tell myself I'm going to get engine units set up kind of, in the bus, ready to go, and then inevitably have to do some hodgepodge connection to get trains because I've already tapped out all of my materials before I can do that. But you know what? We have the space here. We have kind of the basics here and here, pretty much inserters and, green circuits are already on the bus. We've got the space for the red circuits. We've got our belt and associated materials produced there. I'm actually going to go ahead and start my engine production here because I'm going to need it. So what do I need? I need iron gear wheel and pipe. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up my Factorio ratio calculator here just to figure out exactly how much. I believe one pipe factory, I could do the math myself, but who wants to do the math myself when somebody else has done it? But I believe one pipe factory can produce enough pipe for many, many engine units. But because I am that kind of person, I want to know exactly how many. So here we go. All right. So it looks like, not too many. So one pipe factory. Nope, that's with the wrong ratios. By the way, just in case you're curious, I am using a website called factorio.rotol, ROTOL.me. And some very wonderful gentleman or woman put together a website here that will do all of this ratio math for you. And it's fantastic. So let's go ahead and shift this up. I apologize for you not being able to see this, but here we go. Okay. One pipe factory can run 20 engine units. So what will that look like? I think we'll just run, give it a little space. Actually, you know what? I want to give it that much space. So we'll run. There we go. So this will be pipe. Pipe is under logistics. Pipe. So what else do we need for engine units? Pretty much just steel and iron. Am I right? Been a little while since I played this game. Here we go. Yeah. So gear wheel. Oh, gear wheel. Okay. So not iron. I need a gear wheel. How much gear wheel do I need? One gear wheel factory will run 40 engine units. So I guess we'll just run one here. This is just iron. I can feed both of them there like that. place our cable. Now we might have to do a little finagling to get the sides of this loaded properly. And actually, because we don't need anything else, I'm not going to run a mini bus. I'm just going to run this down like this. And we're going to run 20 of these. Now, where do I want to put the poles? I want to put them on the outside. I think I do. No, I don't. So we're going to have to do this kind of business. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And, oh, that's not gonna, oh, okay, yeah, that'll work. I don't know why it's so delayed, but whatever. And connect these last two manually. These are going to be engine units. Engine units. And this will probably service to the end of the game. Sometimes I go ahead and double it when I'm producing robots and some other things that use the electric engine units, but I'm not going to go crazy on the robots. So it's possible that this will, that's probable, I would say, that this will service for probably the rest of the game. So this is pretty simple, I think. On my way up, I just want to run this while I'm going. Carry this along. And we'll figure out what to do with it later. This needs to be iron. Bring this down. 2, 3, 4, there we go. Now my mod that picks that up automatically is not working, and I don't know why, but that's fine. So I might as well go ahead and do this, oops, properly, like this. And from here, I'm gonna go ahead and freeze that there. I believe this needs fast, and I think I have the stack inserter, if I remember correctly from playing this 2 weeks ago for me. I believe I have the stack inserter bonus such that, yeah, this should run just fine. Oh crap, nope, stop. Stop. So now I need to get this on one side, so this will be on this side. Let's see if I can do this right. This will go down. It has to go there. Yeah, okay, that'll work the way I want it. There we go. Oh, this also needs steel. Duh. Do I want to move them over? No, they're kind of already in place. I kind of don't want to do that. So I'm not going to do that. These will get the pipe and gear wheel here. If I remember correctly, these engine units take many seconds to build. So it's okay to just use these slow inserters and pick them up as they go. So that'll be that. They will pull steel from here. I'm gonna reverse the line here on this side and then just run a double out. After this task is complete, this will be so much easier with robots. Okay, so this needs to go down. I'll finish that in a minute. But coming from up here, need to grab some steel. Now, what does this look like? Sort of, not quite like that. It looks more like, let's get some of this wood out of the way. Gotta remember all my hotkeys, of course. And this will be our steel. Oop. I don't know what that was. A little bit of lag or something. There we go. Good. Now I have steel. So this should be, why am I not handy-handsing stuff? I need iron. This should be good enough for the engines. So we'll get steel produced. We'll get engines produced. And at the very least, that will enable the trains from which we can go get more whatever we need. I thought it was iron, but as I said before, it turns out, looks like we don't really need iron right now so much as to be using it. But that's fine, we'll need it later. I'm gonna run out of these, aren't I? Yep. Okay. And of course I don't have iron. All right, let's just vacuum up some of this. And what I really want is more of these. Should have this in a box somewhere. Although, of course, it's probably way off screen at this point. So I have these big, large bases I tend to build, and they're large mostly because I give a bunch of space and have all this planning room, and I like it because things are very organized and linear, but sometimes the problem is you have boxes with the things you need like all the way across the base and you can't even see them. I'm on a 1440p monitor right now, and often I've been zoomed all the way out and still can't see very much of what I'm looking for. And it gets even worse when you get robots involved because they have to fly all the way to wherever you are from some other section of the base. They run out of charge. It just it gets tedious. All right, so I need a few more engine units. How many do I have now? Where are they? Here we go. Now I need one more. And now we have a Farl. I just need some more, of course, iron to produce 4. I only got 3. Sometimes handy hands is nice, sometimes it's not. All right, 4 of those. I am going to want another locomotive. I tend to run 2 locomotives, 4 carriages. And for sizing, I even make the Farl that way, even though I am just going to use another locomotive for the actual locomotion of it. But I need the spacing for, I'm going to build stations and all these things. What does this need to be? Probably red. Okay. All right. So from here, how many of these do we have? All right, we're good. We're going to just take a whole bunch of that. And obviously we're going to need a ton more iron. We're going to need, let's just say 2 of those, like all of those. We need a bunch of these. And I'm just going to run up the iron train. It's going to delay engine and all the other production for now, but that's fine. We got pretty much what we need. I don't like how this is one-sided, but that's fine. All right, so that's enough of that. Now, the next hardest thing is to plan where I'm going to actually put the train station. Hopefully, I come up with a design that I like pretty quickly, pretty early, because it does get kind of tedious to try and, what am I trying to say? To try and move a train station once you've established the whole thing. So while we're here, I'm going to dump wood in there because I don't want it. And we don't have any brick smelting. I passed it. Oh well, just hang on to the stone for now. And then, all right, so let's see if this is probably a task we need the map for. So eventually this will all go away. The power will probably still kind of just hang out down here somewhere. And then all of these lines will be gone. There'll be some power lines, but all these conveyor belts will be gone. And the raw bus starts up here, and this will just run kind of along this direction. So I probably, let's see, after my accumulation of materials, after the unloading and all of that other stuff that happens, I want the lines to then probably just be running parallel to the bus, maybe with some options to expand the raw bus as I need it, but that's getting a little ahead of myself. So I'm thinking trains come in. I don't really want, I want to leave this space open for power. And obviously there's all this stuff going on in it right now. So I think maybe trains come in, they do a kind of station. I don't really like vertical stations, so I might loop them back around to do horizontal stations, do kind of the offloading into this area and bus formation up here, and then run the bus out. So what that will look like, fortunately we still have this big forest in the way, but we might be okay. The forest might be up in the raw bus formation area. But if I get my rail out, let's see. So yeah, so I was thinking a station probably pretty much in line with the actual material bus, which is here. Let's see. Yeah, so this is probably the highest I want the train. So let's go here. Just kind of say this is our train station. We're going to rename this Depot A. I don't know how many depots we'll have. Possibly many of the same with the same name so they can line up properly, but just got an achievement. That's nice. And there we go. So they need fuel. Of course, I dumped my wood. Not that wood is a great fuel anyway. While I'm here, I'm just going to dump all this rail, signals, station, more rail. Oh, I need poles to put in there too. Oh, I should get poles made on the bus. I don't want to be making those anymore if they're not already. So, okay, what was I up to? Oh yeah, fuel. Good. Okay, and just go here. Grab all of this. Now the tricky part is I'd really like to build... I'd like to have Faro build my rail in a slightly customized manner. But I need blueprints for that. So let's go into the research queue and... Yeah, blueprint. Oh, geez. Well, so this will be running for a while. I guess that's fine. That's the nice thing about Q, at least. I can say I want automated construction for blueprints, and it'll just do it. Problem with that is, though, to try and get my train station running, I might have to wait. But that is okay. I'm okay with that for now. Yeah, all right. So while that stuff is happening, I'd really rather not build the train station, the train lines, and then have to rebuild them with the... I mean, Farl has kind of a rebuild maintenance mode, but it doesn't work quite as well as I think I'd like it. But in lieu of that, we'll go work on the bus a little bit more, try to get a couple other things done. Just, like I said, power poles maybe, just some other things that might be nice to have on the bus. This is... why did I do that? That's ugly. Yeah, we're gonna fix this. I don't know why I did that way. Probably for spacing. Someone who just watched, you know, episode 2 or 4 or whatever episode I made this in can probably tell me, but I would like to think I had a good reason at the time. Of course, I don't have any big poles. Can I make any big poles? Oh, good. I can make some big poles. All right. And so we're going to do this just because it looks neater this way. And I'm going to need more. But that's fine. That's fine. Of course you don't reach. Why would you reach? That would be convenient. You don't reach either. Oh my God. There we go. Righty. You go here, you go here, you go here and here. And now I need to fuel them. That's not the right place. There. And there. 2 more. Have some long-handed inserters here. Why did I do them on the bottom? That makes no sense. Oh well. Long-handed inserters, long-handed inserters. Good. Now that looks better. And obviously I need more, but good enough for now. I'll get rid of all this. I want this. Okay. What were we working on? I'm apparently a little, little ADD today. We're all over the place. But that's how this game works sometimes. You just get back in, you notice all these little things you have to fix. At one point, I will put lights around. This is actually my first playthrough I've ever done with this light mod. And I'm doing it for YouTube because I've seen how sometimes the unlit area comes out really bad on YouTube. But the side effect is I don't even notice that I need lights. So for those of you who have probably been mentioning that for a long time now, yeah, I'll get to it. All right, what else do we have here? Well, it looks like the next thing to do is actually to start getting some of these other items on the bus. Probably poles. Let's see, we've got all this set up. Yeah, just kind of the little things, these items that need, you know, a gear wheel and a grain circuit and a plate and just all these other like random little things. But that is the end of this episode. I'm going to take a quick break and then jump into that in the next one. Thumbs are for your opinions. Subscribe if you want to see more. My name's been Rotype. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time.